we pretty much had said everything that needs to be said about their picks. I was kind of expecting the game to start, but right now we're pretty much talking out of our butts right now.
Speaking words, but saying nothing at all. It's a talent of mine, actually. In fact, I can speak for quite some significant length of time without really having to say anything of meaning to anybody at any point. But it's interesting because we are going to be going back into the lobby now. I'm just going to continue talking for as long as I can manage to actually keep my speech going. It's going to be an impressive feat, in fact, of simple speech. Going to be letting my words just run their course for as long as I possibly can. It's obviously just a little bit of a challenge in a way. I'm going to be trying to fill in some time. Obviously, I can keep this up for some significant length of time. As I mentioned already, trying to prevent using the same words twice where possible, but of course that can be a little bit difficult at times. It's just something that I find quite difficult. Of course, we are going to be going into this game when we can. We have got a slot that's going to be filled in a minute, hopefully, by the person who's DC'd, but it's going to be interesting to see if we can get this going, and I think I've run out of breath.
Look at him go, ladies and gentlemen. Just look at him go. He just can't stop.
I can, and I did. There you go. I have a talent for saying words. That is as much as I've ever been able to. I am a word person. But we are going to have the lobby for the third or possibly fourth. I can't even remember anymore. It's been such a long time. And that is going to be BTT spelled out in a different way, AAA spelled out in a different way. It's lovely. It's a good thing today. And we have got JNT Taylor going to be picking whatever he was going to be playing. Nobody knows anymore. I can't remember, certainly. I have Goldfish Memory. Elise. Yes, of course it was Elise. And now we will be having Misfortune. And I know that Cassidy was picked. Diana, obviously, also picked. So probably going to be that top lane Diana again. Odamne to pick that last time was pretty strong, actually, in that second game. I'm curious to see if we see any troll picks here, if we have another DC even. That could be interesting. I mean, you know, I do like to say things. I don't know, I can't remember. But anyway, this game will happen eventually, people. I'm just speaking words because having gone through the lobby 3 or 4 times now, it's gotten a little tiresome for myself and others, I'm sure, besides, but we have actually managed to get all the picks in the right people, and so hopefully, after only a minute now, we should be able to make something happen. Any final thoughts, Broken Shard? We will be moving into a break fairly shortly, but we have another 40-odd seconds before that happens. Any final thoughts at all, whatsoever, in any way, shape, or form?
What, so is it my turn to speak now?
Do feel free, but I thought you'd run out of words.
Well, there's not really much to say except for finally. We're about to get underway, but you know what we could also talk about is a little bit about who's the big players are going to be on this team. So, for you who are just joining us, this is game number 3. It's 1-1 right now between Absolute Legends and British Tea Time. British Tea Time are the blue team. They have Elise, Sona, Kha'Zix, Orianna, Varus. AL have Diana, MF, Jarvan, Thresh, Kassadin. The players to look for British Tea Time, it's definitely going to be Cook My Sock. He's been performing absolutely well pretty much all the past tournaments. There's not really much to say about that. Cook My Sock is definitely going to be the playmaker, and especially since he's on Orianna, a very, very strong champion when it comes to team fights. And on on Absolute Legends, I actually think that the person to look at is going to be Odamne on his Diana to be able to start those engages with the instant Luna Rush Moonfall combo, and then the follow-up from Absolute Legends.
Yeah.
So now we're on the... Oh my god.
Well,
oh my god, Boss is putting the GIF.
Oh, he's putting the GIF on screen. Well, I'm going to let everybody just enjoy that GIF on the screen. We're going to be going into a commercial break now. The game should start shortly, and then we will have new words to say, and that is a great GIF, though. See you later.
It's the greatest GIF in the world. Oh my god.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are now finally, hopefully, getting underway. We have got British Tea Time versus Absolute Legends still, surprisingly, I know. In addition, you have me, Spuddington, and still Broken Shard, who is my co-commentator for today.
You don't sound too pleased about that, my friend.
You may be inferring something there that isn't necessarily true, but it is going to be, this game's just starting. I do have to notice that Varus has 4 AP. No, it's Sona, it's okay.
Yep, that's how it always happens. I was
fearing another remake, you know, wrong masteries, guys, let's restart, and then disconnect another 2 times from the lobby, but no. So, game
I
getting
think
underway.
we should talk about what's really, truly important, and I think I speak for everyone when I say, where the hell is the cat?
I'd rather we didn't overlay the cat over, say, the items. It'd be difficult to find some screen regions which hadn't been occupied by important things, like letting you know that Kaostv is you know, powering this tournament. Yes.
Yeah, go take a look at MF's rune choice. She's actually went for pure Arpen, Arpen Quints and Arpen Marks for the huge burst potential. Taylor might be in trouble.
Not going to actually happen in the end. They have actually put that ward down. That is in the brush, as far as I can tell. Obviously, it's always a little bit alarming when that doesn't happen, but we do have Misfortune, yeah. As you say, armor penetration. So what do you think she's looking for from that setup?
She's looking for Arpen.
What's the particular strengths of armor pen as compared to, say, running, you know, the standard flat attack damage mark?
She's going to go, because Arpen actually scales better into the mid and late game, especially when you go Last Whisper. I'm gonna be a bit surprised if she does go for the Black Cleaver, since her and Jarvan are the only real ones that scale from AD on this team. But I feel that if Snipify does pick up the Last Whisper, like the Bloodthirster Last Whisper combo, his ult is going to be doing considerably more damage than Mr. Varus. And look at her, she also has 638 HP. MF is one of those champions that has absolutely horrendously strong base stats. She's a lane bully through and through, and definitely a terror to go up against. Taylor going to take this red buff. Looks like they sent the mid lane, the bot lane mid, and then the mid lane bot. It looks like they're going to counter swap that. Kukumasok ended up actually going for barrier, which is actually a really nice defensive summoner if he plays it correctly. High Switch, however, is doing some crazy moves, and looks like he wanted to go bot lane, but looks like he will just continue on his merry way in the jungle.
Yeah, and Bano actually putting down that Q on Cookmysock in bottom. Cookmysock missing the brush, though, with that ward. That's going to cost him quite dearly in terms of security, because now Cookmysock won't know if Jarvan is in that brush, if he's going to be going for that gank. That's given him almost no vision at all. Very unfortunate for him there, and obviously he will be looking to bully around Bano, which means that in turn he's opening himself up to ganks. He will be putting himself into a very aggressive position, and he has no escape on that bottom lane. Mid lane, meanwhile, we have got obviously a little bit more security almost than normal. Obviously, it's a shorter lane, so there's less potential to run ahead of things, and then obviously get ganked as a result. Bano and Cookmysock still just trading off damage in that bottom lane. Nothing too huge coming of it, but we have got JNT Taylor in the top lane, hanging around in the back. I'm just going to be kind of waiting around to see if something comes of this. He is potentially looking for the gank when Nitrix pushes this out. He will, obviously, when that cannon creep is down, be able to go into that lane brush. But we have got Jarvan hanging around top as well. There is a red ping going down on that blue ward, so I think they're letting Jarvan know where the ward is, but they might be too late. JNT Taylor hanging around here. He has got that stun available. He is in that human form as well. Odamne will be up against his tower very shortly. Nitrix going to be going very close as well, and it looks like both of them are going to hide in that brush. No sign of JNT Taylor anywhere else on the map, so I wouldn't be surprised if Absolute Legends smell a rat here and detect what's going on. Forgive me for just talking all this time, but I'm just waiting for something to happen here, Broken Shard. JNT Taylor will make something happen. Come on. He's got the stun down. We are going in. We have got the Neurotoxin, have got the explosive Spiderlings. Ignite goes down. Repel goes down. JNT Taylor jumping under that tower. The Moonfall goes down. Nitrix might also.
Yep,
and it does look like that first blood is all they're getting.
Yep, that's one kill for one. And look at this huge wave that the Diana is missing. She's actually under CS by about 4, and this is going to be absolute terror for her to miss. First blood actually did go to JNT Taylor. So that's going to be really good for him, especially with Elise. She picks up the early kill. But I really like the gank attempt from Jarvan, because when you put Sona in one of these short lanes, if you catch her out of position with a flash, she's probably going to die because there's so many ways to approach this lane. Now, Aerostar does not have his flash up. I expect High Switch to try to make another gank play with the Thresh Lantern.
Yeah, they have actually just spotted out where Jarvan is, though, so it's obviously going to be a little bit more of a passive play here, I suspect, coming out from British Tea Time's mid lane. I hesitate to call it, because obviously Jarvan, they are going to be aware that there is that Lantern Jarvan potential, and in fact, thinking about it, at level 6, that is going to be a lot of distance to just suddenly close. I mean, Lantern, Flag and Drag, Ultimate, maybe even Flash thrown in there for, you know, giggles. And in fact, you can even throw Thresh's Flash in as well.
For lulz.
So that would probably cover most of the lane.
There we go.
And actually, yeah, Flag and Drag coming in. We have actually got the damage out. Aerostar, but he is actually still alive for now. Does pick that Q into the back of the head. That's going to take him out. And pretty much a free kill there for that Absolute Legends.
Mad jukes from the Asian right there. Good job almost. But Aerostar ends up getting picked off. The damage is just way too high, especially since the Jarvan actually does reduce armor. So all of this seems to go back to scaling well with MF's armor penetration runes. And JT Taylor is going to find Demacian Prince and steal away his race, but he gets the spider. Spider gets
just catching on to the spiderling. Those things are the king of just blocking really important skill shots. They never seem to block anything that's like irrelevant, like a mystic shot or something. They'll block the Thresh Q, they'll block the Blitzcrank hook. But regardless, it does look like JT Taylor looking toward that top lane, but nothing really going to come of it. And Smoky Lemon obviously is going to be having to play quite defensively in this lane, I feel. He's going to be quite a long way behind on the whole. 50 CS to 51 on Misfortune, but his support has been, you know, in and out of the lane to ward, and also he's behind on a death there. So Diana and Jarvan hanging around in this top lane. Odamne is getting aggressive here. Nitrix could get baited here. Doesn't look like it's going to happen though. The lane will push out shortly, and Nitrix could be overcommitting. We have got the Flag and Dragon, the jump out, so nothing too huge coming out. And JT Taylor in mid is also not going to achieve anything at all.
That first blood on JT Taylor is definitely going to pay dividends sooner or later. He's level 5 compared to Jarvan's level 4, and he's overall putting a lot more.
Actually, sorry, hold that thought, Top. We have got Nitrix getting aggressed upon. We have got the ult coming in from Odamne, and they haven't actually got the damage on Nitrix. He's gonna get out on 20 health. Nicely played, cutting it down very, very fine. But his team is going for Dragon as a result.
A little bit strange. High Switch just turned around and ran away instead of the last auto hit, which would actually kill Nitrix in that situation. A little bit funny, but looks like the Drake does end up going down for British Tea Time, and that's a really, really good jump on by them. We haven't really took a look at bot lane. We see Cook My Sock maxing his Command Dissonance. He's got 52 CS to Kassadin's 34, so he's definitely pushing farther ahead in this lane. Kassadin should actually have a hard time against Orianna. The Clockwork Windup, which is her passive, makes up for a lot of her early game lane phase harass damage.
Yeah, we actually got the Chain of Corruption in mid now. The stun gets chained on that with Snipify going to force the flash. We have also got the Piercing Arrow, but that's not going to be enough, even with a triple proc and the Ignite on Snipify. It's not going to be enough to kill him, but he is going to be forced out of lane. So now 61 CS to 61 on Varus, but it does look like Snipify should be falling a little bit behind in the very near future, with that lane being pressured into his tower.
They need to push this tower very quickly so that they're able to deny him as much experience, though I feel that JT Taylor could have actually followed up on that Piercing Arrow with a Repel to pick up the last kill. Maybe there was just a lack of communication, or he didn't really believe that he could land that Piercing Arrow, because she was just so close. One Venomous Bite should definitely have picked her off right there. She did not have barrier, but High Switch going in to kind of hold mid lane. MF 61 CS, picks up a BF sword, really good pickup from her. Varus opts for the double daggers and a Bilgewater. So when it comes down to purely front load burst, the MF is going to come out right ahead. However, I feel that the Blade of the Rune King is definitely a strong pickup for Varus. He needs to be able to kite back the Jarvan, Kassadin, and Diana as much as possible.
Yeah, and it's an interesting fact that because the bot lanes have moved to mid lane, it's actually allowing for a lot more ward control over enemy jungle. You can see Abyss has put down 3 wards, and they have warded out that blue JNT Taylor is heading towards it right now, has put down some damage on it. We have got the Converge here, we've got Abyss, High Switch, Snipify, and we have Odamne coming in. We have got the miss of the Flag and Drag. He is going to go for this, going to go for the Venomous Bite, but I'm not sure he's going to live. Snipify does obviously get repelled to, and now we have JNT Taylor legging it for all he's worth. We have got the Flash from Jarvan, he has got the Cataclysm, Splash in return, Crescendo coming out. Nothing actually gets killed, but a lot of Summoners burned, and a lot of ults too.
JNT Taylor level, swag levels over 9,000.
Sorry, Nitrix is actually coming in on top of them as well. Odamne is going to be not going down, not taking nearly enough damage. And actually that just baited the rest of his own team into that MF ult, which picked up JNT Taylor. The hook actually whiffs at nearly point blank range. Abyss is going very low. Piercing arrow comes down. Teleport is coming in from Bano, who is just going to teleport, going to rift walk, going to be putting down the damage. Nitrix is now trying to take someone out. On the side, we've got Chain of Corruption is down on Odamne, who is under the tower. And that is going to take him out as well.
One thing I actually noticed that Kukumastock had teleport, but then switched to barrier at the last second. I feel that if he had picked up teleport there, that fight could have definitely gone so much better for Team BTT. But in the end, that was a 2-for-1 or a 2-for-2.
Oh,
Nitrix barely escapes with his life right there. Bano coming in, not doing that much damage, but he is casted and he can zip around. Kukumastock, however, actually might pick up this bot turret, and they will exchange that for the mid turret. But Taylor in trouble, and he will drop down.
Yeah, so that was obviously not ideal. He was looking to get aggressive on Snipify and force him out, but Bano had not yet recalled, so he sort of ended up overcommitting. Kukumastock, as you say, though, is looking like he's going to pick up that bottom tower, which is going to give his team, British Tea Time, on the whole, a gold advantage. They are still ahead in spite of the kills, and this is actually a trend we saw last game, too.
Yeah, they're really good at taking objectives. They're also really good at farming. If you look at the farm, on most of the laners are actually ahead. 90 CS on Orianna to the Kassadin's 51. The Kha'Zix and the Varus are just pretty much even on, but the majority of that actually comes from that first tower, the first blood, and overall objectives like the dragon as well. There's a little bit of a gold lead, but looks like we're gonna have another Jarvan gank in here. He misses the combo and just decides to dunk Yarrowstar, picking up another kill for Snipify, who. Actually, that MF ult, we didn't really actually talk about it, but it shredded them. I'm pretty sure they did not expect JNT Taylor to go from half HP to nothing in a span of about 2 seconds.
Yeah, Misfortune ult, obviously, as you mentioned, with that armor pen is going to do even more damage than it would normally, and we are potentially seeing JNT Taylor looking to pressure top lane. Kassadin is now going bot, going to be pushing that out, and Smoky Lemon is looking to maybe slow down the push on this tower, but there's no way he can actually shove them off completely. He's going to put down 2 auto attacks there on Snipify. He wants to proc that, really. It's a very tasty amount of damage when you can manage to do that, but it's not going to happen. Cookmysock is returning to bottom lane, and Bano is going to abuse Kassadin's mobility, going to be starting to move off around the map. Is just going to be hanging around, actually. He has got
but if
the
he does
move
on around the map, he's going to be leaving Orianna to farm, and a farmed Orianna is definitely not something you want. He's 102 CS, most in the game. He's potentially the richest he's the second most rich person. Wow, actually he's not. He's a little bit under 4K, and he's just not participated anywhere. A lot of his gold pretty much just comes from his huge CS advantage. And Vano gets caught out, but he will just rift walk away like it's no one's business, and just scurry on right there. Taylor, you know, he picked up the first blood, which is supposed to be a huge lead for him, but he ends up pretty much dying for no reason 2 times in that game. The past engagement. We see a little bit of harassment for Kukumastock, but I feel that he's just definitely going to be the more dominant champion in this lane, even though Bano has picked up a kill and an assist.
Yeah, Nitrix is still having some trouble in this top lane. Odamne is just pushing him around. If they ever go for an all-in trade, Diana is just kicking him around very nastily indeed. Obviously, Kha'Zix isn't quite as strong of a duelist, but we are seeing him still on pretty good farm. 98 to that 89. He is obviously still ahead in that lane. The question is really for him, when will he get the ability to start roaming around? Because once he's hit level 11, once he's got that wings upgrade, you're definitely going to see him wanting to go for that roaming. He is going to want to get that, you know, reset chain. He's not particularly strong as a laner. He's got decent poke, but obviously he's going to want to be in team fights to maximize that potential, and he is returning to this top lane. Odamne obviously is going to be
I'm going to have to disagree a little bit. I think that Nitrix is going to want to try to farm for level 16 rather than level 11 before he starts making plays. If I was him, I would be thinking a little bit more about getting all his his charges first. But the thing is that Nitrix is in a bad situation because he actually is countered by Diana. Diana is a lot stronger than Kha'Zix. Her W, the fact that it scales a little bit well with AP and the fact that he's maxing it first is going to block a huge chunk of Kha'Zix's burst damage. And then the fact that Diana has huge base damages allows her to build tanky while still doing a sizable amount of damage to Kha'Zix.
Yeah, it obviously makes it very difficult for Kaostv. You may well be correct, but I do feel that if he's having such trouble in the lane, surely the better play from his team would be to try and pressure down that tower. Obviously, they do need an opportunity to do that. That might be difficult for them to come by. Obviously, top lane is very isolated, but if you oh, we actually have this hook going down in mid. We got socialmedia going to be flayed back out, but then Abyss suddenly decides that was probably not the best move. He is actually still alive there, and CookMySwap picks that up.
That would have been hilarious if he still had his flash up and he just flashed away.
Yeah.
We see the ult coming out of Snipify doing sizable amount of damage, just trying to stem this push a little bit. Bono coming in from the side does not have his Rod of Ages, but he's got a decent amount of items. And right now, the only ults that were really used were the Varus ult, so they still have the really important Sona and Orianna ult. Nitrix still in the top lane while Diana is moving out, though she's going to turn right back around, and Nitrix just wants to shove this out. This is actually really good for Nitrix. He's not getting pressured as hard by the Diana than as he should be, so he's getting pretty much the farm lane that he wants right now. And there's the pressure that I was talking about.
Yeah, Odamne actually getting quite aggressive, forcing Nitrix to pop that ultimate and possibly turning it around if he'd wanted to, but not going to be able to do that now. Actually, just going to be a little bit of damage, actually. It's scary for Odamne, actually, right now. He hasn't landed that ultimate. Oh, teleport top lane, indeed. Bano has just jumped on Nitrix. That's going to be a very free kill. And Kassadin's been quick.
Yeah,
close enough. We have
Yero
a hook going down into this. Not going to be following that up. Eurostar is okay.
But here comes Bono. Bono has rejoined the team on the mid lane while Diana pretty much gets her free lane on top, farming up. We see Odamne, he likes to play this kind of farm-based Diana. He farms a lot, gets his major items like the Hourglass or the Abyssal Scepter, and then comes into team fights, which seems to be working out really well for absoluteLegends to just leave him to his own business in the top lane. They seem to be doing really well as a foursome. And then as Odamne joins the team fight as that really tanky initiator diving Diana, it seems to stem really well, and it synergizes really well with the Kassadin pick here.
Yeah, it is potentially going to be time for British Tea Time to make something happen, though. Obviously, Bano has used his teleport now, so he's not going to be able to roam to that top lane. Kha'Zix is now essentially freed from that top lane because the top tower has gone down, which obviously isn't ideal from their perspective, but he is going to be given a lot more leeway to roam. It's a little bit less safe for Diana to push out hard.
If I was...
look like Eurostar could get hooked, but doesn't actually manage to get it.
If I was British Tea Time, I would not want to fight right now. Look at how much gold they've been sitting on. The only one sitting on a lot of gold on team absoluteLegends is the MF, sitting on 1,600. And this Drake does go down to British Tea Time, and they're probably going to want to back off. But take a look at the golds. They've got 2k gold on Orianna, 2.1k on Varus, and 1.8k on Elise, and 1.1k on Sona. They need to go back and shop. They really need to use this gold advantage. But that ward is going to spot them as they try to get back into mid lane while Snipify just goes on his own. They will take that mid tower down as retribution for the Drake pickup.
Yeah, it was already down to only 1/3, so they're probably not going to be too upset about that result. But we have actually got Bano having caught out CookMySwap, forcing him to pop that barrier. And in return, he's just going to walk on out. We've got Nitrix also popping his ultimate there. So a lot of ults used here. JNT Taylor going to be putting down some damage. We've got the Flash Eurostar ult. We have got the Shockwave on 3. Kha'Zix jumping in. He has picked up Bano. He's now jumping on Snipify, but he's going to have to run out of there. We have got Cataclysm now in on Odamne. And Eurostar going low is probably going to go down any second now. We have got the ball going down for some bit of damage. We've got CookMySwap getting caught out, but we have got Abyss not able to get anything for his... he does actually, pick up Sona for his life, but so close on both sides there, and it's 2 for 2 overall.
2 for 2. JH Natrix actually could have gotten out of that fight very easily. He went in for the kill on the Kassadin, which Bono, playing a little bit too ballsy there, had to flash out immediately after coming in. Gets caught by the Sona ult, followed by the Orianna ult, and then just gets nuked out by Nitrix. Nitrix, however, I feel played that a bit poorly. He immediately tried to jump on MF and said, "Hi MF," crap by MF, and Snipify does not have his flash now, so next team fight, that might be a bit of an issue for him trying to stay alive. However, 2 for 2 plus a tower pickup for AL, definitely something good for them. But now, you have to realize that the gold, again, sitting on team, British Tea Time, is now start to come into fruition. We see the Blade of the Ruined King pick up, a red pot, and a pickaxe for Smoky Lemon, who's going to deal so much more damage. 2, 1, and 3. Snipify also picked up his last Whisper, so next team fight, his bullet time is definitely going to be a huge factor. Nitrix picking up a pickaxe and a longsword, looking for that last Whisper pickup. Not a Bloodthirster just yet, because he knows that the enemy team is probably going to start building a little bit more armor than normal.
Yeah, it's a scary situation. We have got the engage here. JNT Taylor has been caught out here. He is going to be going very low. He has switched to Spider Form. Could repel at any moment. Does choose to do so, but now Kassadin is going to be sitting around. I don't think JNT Taylor is going to get out here. He does get face sat now. We have some damage coming down from Nitrix. Actually, none at all because he misses, but going to have to jump out. We are now going to be seeing pressure from absoluteLegends. It looks like they intend to just shove down this mid lane.
I feel that JT Taylor isn't exactly the best Elise in the world. He seems to struggle a little bit.
Hold that ball. Yarrowstar gets blown up quite hard. We have actually got the shield potentially going to keep him alive, but not. So we actually have the Misfortune ult coming down on top of it. Shockwave now catches out Abyss. We have got Kha'Zix jumping in for the resets, but he's not going to get them. Flash screws him over horribly, and we've now got Bano looking for the kill on Cook My Sock with Snipify, who's going to tank the tower for him, but not actually going to be able to pick that up. We have the turn now, got JNT Taylor coming in back from base. He is potentially able to take someone out with Venom's Bite, but Snipify is standing in the way as kind of the front line actually for his team there, because everyone else has lost all their health.
Did not manage to ult that team fight. It was down, and by the time he died, it was already too late. If they had that Sona ult, I mean, just look at the HP bars on Team AL. If the Sona ult was up, that would have been a completely different team fight. And Nitrix, jumping right in, does not even manage to pick up a single kill and just gets blown up on the spot. Not exactly the best decision to come out from a flying cockroach like Kha'Zix.
Yeah, so I do have to query actually, though. Yeah, you're probably correct. I feel like Nitrix's play hasn't been particularly great today. I mean, maybe just in this one game, but and obviously he's done well in that lane, but he's had some real issues just jumping onto the wrong people, jumping onto people that will just turn around and kill him. And that's not really what you want to be doing as Kha'Zix. You want to beat the cleanup crew on Isle, whatever you choose, because he is so good at that. Not, however, so brilliant in a situation where he's going to be trying to, well, what was that? Did somebody...
In all fairness, you know, no one on British Tea Time is really playing that well this game. I mean, Cook My Sock, he's playing decently, but the Shockwave was beautiful, actually, coming out from him. But everyone else just seems to be kind of slacking off this game. They're going to go for a desperate Nash attempt, but they're doing it really quickly. The percentage damage coming in from Elise and Vars is going to be a huge factor. Odon, they definitely need to try to do something. There he goes.
Odamni going into the middle. We got the ultimate from MF coming across everyone. We got Nitrix going very low. We have got a Baron that's just about reset, actually, but we have got JNT Taylor going down. I think this is going to be a 3 Baron for absoluteLegends. And why did they go for that broken shard?
They were desperate to do that, and then they did not expect that Snipify was going to be able to come in time. They saw that he backed, because if you take a look at it, Snipify did not actually pick up any new items. He's sitting on something like 2.3k gold. He could go back and pick up a Phantom Dancer if he wanted right now. So they expected him to go back and buy, and because he didn't do that, because he just stayed in the mid lane and farmed away on the jungle camps in the side, he was able to come in, land a beautiful ult across the edge of the Baron pit, causing the angle of retreat from British Tea Time to be covered in a hail of bullets, actually picking up Cook My Sock before he could even turn the ult around. 3 for none, plus Nash. AL are looking really strong for this game.
Yeah, that's obviously put them significantly in the lead. Plus, they have the split push potential from both Diana and from Kassadin. Elise now going aggressive on Abyss, but I don't think he's going to be able to get anything from that. Orianna is now going to be going to this bottom lane. Odamne is quite strong. I don't think she's quite strong enough to dive, though. Obviously, their ultimate is probably up on Orianna, and yes, it is. So, a little bit scary, but Bano now up top. Can Nitrix duel Bano, do you think?
No. I feel that Nitrix is a little bit of a weaker cockroach right now. He does not have his Mura mana. 544 bonus mana, 548 now, so he's quite a decent amount off that. Bono at the moment, he doesn't even need to duel anyone. He can just say hi and goodbye in an instant. Level 14, quite significantly high, not farming too well since he's been a big part of the plays going on in this team. He's been 5-1 and 5, only death being that one small mistake he made in the mid lane, and the Drake goes down and Cook My Sock just gets absolutely nuked down. There's not even a need to say anything about that. Snipify picking up a GA. Honestly, I just don't think that the British Tea Time can come back from this. 5k gold deficit. They have a Kassadin and an MF who are both extremely fed. 6-0 5-1
Ooh, they actually potentially did catch out Odamne. They have put some damage down on him, but he's actually just going to walk on out alive. JMT Taylor now jumps onto him, but he's going to be he does pick that up in the end. Smoky Lemon is now going to be having to kite back pretty hard. We have got MF on the side. Does only have basic boots, so she's having a little bit of a trouble catching up. Has got that GA and the Bloodthirster Last Whisper combo, so a lot of damage coming out. Sorry?
Look where Snipify is sitting. He's ready to let go a hail of bullets.
We've actually got Nitrix getting aggressive. Snipify goes low, but it's not enough, obviously, and neither side is now going to be too thinking that anyone is going to be living in this situation. We actually do see Aerostar escaping. I'm a little bit surprised about that myself. Snipify obviously did put down a lot of damage, though. I feel like at the moment it's just the snowball from Absolute Legends. And we've actually got him jumping over the wall onto Cook My Sock, who is now going to be kind of chasing him down. Shockwave goes down, sort of slamming him into the wall, and we actually potentially have Cook My Sock. Having to be a little bit careful there. Bano was hanging around over the wall, and obviously Abyss is too.
Right, please. That wall blocked the dissonance. If that dissonance had hit, the damage and the slow would have been probably enough to secure that kill in the end. High Switch does not have a flash. And it looks like Team Absolute Legends are going to start taking the free outer turrets right now with their Nash buff. They're so far ahead. They're 7k gold ahead. Snipify did not even lose his GA that last fight. He was sitting behind a turret and 3 enemy members. He just sat there and said, "Sup guys, you're dead." Ends up picking a double kill at that moment. Now he's 8-0-9, definitely the carry of this team.
Yeah, he's an incredibly scary force, but to be honest, pretty much everyone in Absolute Legends at the moment is really, really scary. Diana is super, super scary. Nitrix is actually having trouble dueling the AD carry, which is not the situation you want to be when you are that assassin who looks to polish off squishy characters, but not going to be happening today. Obviously, a little bit too strong. Oh, Snipify does actually get his recall cancelled. Don't think that's actually really going to come to anything. He's just a little bit vexed by that.
So you guys are being mean. He says so in all chat.
And yes, obviously that is going to be, mild upset there. So we have actually got Bano heading towards bot lane. I think Nitrix smells a rat here. He is looking to get on out and Kazadin. I'm not going to be able to jump straight on him, but he's just going to roam back towards that mid lane and actually looking to pick up that red buff.
Diana sitting on 2.1k gold. She wants to steal this blue buff, and will he get it? Oh, no, just picking up the Cook My Sock. Now, in a little bit of trouble, but Omdane just decides to run away. He could back up and pick an Abyssal right now, which would be a huge turning factor in the next team fight. Bano with a death cap, actually. And looking for that Archangel sitting on 150 gold. Won't be getting either of those in a while, but so strong. Let's get them. Look like they're jumping on Odamne.
Taylor actually going aggressive in mid here on Odamne, who is actually going to be locked down quite a lot. We have got the flash with the shockwave on top of it. We've got JMT Taylor in spider form. Actually going to have to wrap out if he can, but he's not going to be able to do it because obviously he used it before. We have now Odamne getting quite aggressive, but
the bullet
he doesn't
time
go down, and we actually have the bullet time doing tons of damage. Cook myself goes down to Thresh, and I feel like Absolute Legends are going to take an inhib here.
In the words of Quickshot, the hook. Picks up a great hook onto Cook My Sock and ends up picking that kill for himself. Abyss really playing well with his Thresh this game. He set up a lot of team fights with the box, with his Flay, and also from High Switch. He's 2-0-11. He hasn't died a single time. He's a very tanky Jarvan. But really, the star of the show is Snipify. It's always going to be the carries that are really going to be the so-called stars, especially when they're the ones picking up the kills and making the huge damage plays.
Yeah, Nitrix is now going to be kind of maybe futilely trying to hold on to this, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Actually, High Switch getting aggressive under the tower. He's going to lock people down, and the rest of his team is just going to back out a little bit cautious there, but maybe High Switch there a little bit too aggressive. Yeah,
but I mean, it's 8-12, 8-24. There's a little bit under 8k gold behind at this point, almost 9k actually. They're pretty much free to do whatever they want for the next few parts, as long as it's not too crazy. Moramana not even finished on Kha'Zix yet. Should be in about 70 mana, but that's not going to be really a big deal anymore because Snipify going back with 1,900 gold, looking for that Black Cleaver. And like I said, I told you I would be a little bit surprised that he would pick up the Black Cleaver. But when you think about it, with all the RPen and not much armor being built on Team British Tea Time, it could be a definitely strong purchase.
It's already apparent that he's just doing tons of damage with that thing, and we are actually seeing British Tea Time looking for that aggression on the mid tower. He has put the Lantern behind. We have now got Snipify in there, doing so much damage to Nitrix. The Shockwave goes down on 3, but I don't think they want to follow this up. They are actually going to go for it, though. JNT Taylor does put down the Venomous Bite. He is actually now trying to jump out the back, but we have got the Diana chasing him down. We have got the Lunar Rush coming down. The stun goes down, though, so that's going to keep him alive, at least for now. But JNT Taylor is in a very awkward spot right now. He is getting chased down by Diana, trying to recall, But actually, he might get away with this because Diana just backed off for some reason. I'm not really sure quite what happened there. He wasn't obviously aware of where JNT Taylor was. Cooked by Sock is now being chased down in that mid lane. We have got the crescendo coming across the Snipify, but it's not going to be enough. Cooked by Sock going super low. Bullet time goes down. We have got High Switch going low as well, but socialmedia just does not have any damage compared to Snipify. He's going to have to run. JNT Taylor does put the Venomous Bite down. He is actually now getting chased down. socialmedia gonna get Bano on his face. There we go. Now we've got JNT Taylor trying desperately to hold this off, but we haven't got the damage. Nitrix going for this. He actually could get one reset or two here. He is going to jump on High Switch. He's now going to jump out again. Very nicely done.
And there's the flying
Is it too little, too late?
Yeah, exactly. It's a little bit too late. The awkward moment when Snipify, as an MF, is tanking a lot. Is this going to be the kill on Snipify? He has got a GA. He is actually taking a lot of damage. We have got Nitrix going in. He has got the GA pop now, and we have got JNT Taylor legging it away from Odam. And it does look like Snipify is going to get away scot-free. And Odam then tries to defend the reviving body of Snipify. He's going to go back with another 1,000 gold. Probably will pick up a Boots, maybe Boots, Zerker Greaves, or a Mercury Thread. It's up to him. Pretty much at this point, it doesn't matter what he buys. He could buy a Rabadon's Death Cap and still do tons of damage because he is so far ahead. Snipify sitting on 13,000 gold. The only one that even comes close on British Tea Time is Nitrix, sitting on 10,000 gold, and he's 474.
Yeah, that's not a good situation to be in. We've actually got Yarostar getting caught out. The Flay picks up the kill, and now we have Nitrix getting aggressive. Cook myself is there as well, so it does look like they're going to pick up a bit here, unless he does something incredible, but does not do something incredible, so obviously that's not the case. But Bano actually jumping on Nitrix. He's going to pick that up, and I don't think Cook myself is going to be able to lock him down in time. We have got the stun coming in, though. Chain of Corruption goes down. He is looking for this Rip Walk, but doesn't. He actually gets CC locked and bursted, and now British Tea Time are actually at a little bit of an advantage here. Their support is obviously down at the moment, though, so maybe not as much as I would hope, but they're just picking up kills here and there of the, I guess, cocky play of Absolute Legends. It's really unfortunate to see Absolute Legends playing this way because it shows that there's a little bit of disrespect, in my opinion. They're not trying to end the game properly. They're kind of just making fools out of the game right now. Yeah, but it does matter. What is interesting at the moment, though, is that hubris often softens the earth beneath the feet of victory, is a phrase I have once learned. But we have got socialmedia going to be looking for some aggression. Going to be putting a little bit of damage down. He is just kiting this out. It does look like he's going to get caught eventually. We have got the repel going down to escape Snipify, but I'm not sure JNT Taylor can do anything about that. socialmedia now is just going to be getting himself out. JNT Taylor is still alive, and we still have Odamne actually going to be moonfalling. Both of them, picking them both up. Nitrix has respawned at this point, as has Yarostar, who has gone very, very low to the minions. Didn't manage to quite die, but socialmedia is going to be looking to return to that, but I suspect this will be a free Baron for Absolute Legends, after which I would expect that they would try and finish. Yeah, this pretty much looks like game right now. It's a 10k gold lead. The main carries on Team Absolute Legends are so fed. 8-3-11 casted in, 14-0-10 MF right here. And kind of just like last game, British Tea Time are pretty much getting stomped. Team fight after team fight. Maybe not in the 20-minute fashion that we saw in game 2, but it's pretty evident that they were not the strongest team coming into this game right here. Absolute Legends, you know, they fooled me. I expected a weak team, to be honest, and it's exactly not what I received in the best of 3 that I played yesterday. 2 days ago. It is definitely true, though. socialmedia is not the usual AD carry for British Tea Time. I know that he is a sub, and normally they have Chewed Up in that position, who is obviously not available for this particular tournament. So actually, he's trying out. Is he trying out, and Chewed Up is actually not the official? Okay. Yes. Well, regardless, it's obviously not, perhaps not what they are used to in this situation. Absolute Legends going to be taking down that middle inhib. It is looking a little bit bad right now for British Tea Time. They are going to be trying maybe to go for something. Absolute Legends is going to rotate to bot. They're going to take out that tower. Looks like they've kind of decided to stop playing around now, and they're just going to be grinding down British Tea Time's towers. Maybe looking for a pick here. They have got a ward out on the side there. Might be visible to the tower. We have got a hook on Yarostar, and he's going man mode. Abyss going into the middle, but not going to be able to get that. It is looking like that tower is going to go down to minions, though. Something you should know. Cook My Sock ended up actually selling his death cap for an hourglass, so he just lost a huge part of his damage spike for a brief sense of survivability that's probably not going to help him out. Yeah, a little bit of an odd choice maybe, but honestly at this point it may not even matter what he does. I do happen to agree with you on that one, though. JNT Taylor is looking to maybe jump into the middle here again. Yeah, I've actually got the Abyss going quite low. We have got the bullet time, though. Just destroyed everyone. There is nothing else to say about that. JNT Taylor gets picked up. Bano picks up Night Jigs.
Actually,
That is
truthful
GG well
kill
played.
goes to Amne, the one who wasn't so fed, but you know, this Diana sitting on the back line with her Death Cap Hourglass doing tons of damage. Doesn't even need a Triforce to do that, and looks like British Tea Time going to fall 1-2. AL, the kings of comebacks, losing the first game, always coming back the next 2 games. Good game, Absolute Legends, and they will go on to the finals to meet the victor between Heimerdinger's Colossi and Tricked Esports.
Yeah,
so
and that best of 3 should be coming up in just a second. Sooner they're having some interesting items. That best of 3, as you mentioned, will be coming up in just a few minutes. We will be getting that underway as soon as we're done here. I think that should be an interesting game to watch. I think, though, that will be it for myself and Broken Shot for today. I am obviously Spuddington, and there will be some social media, should you like me, that you could follow me with. It will appear in chat momentarily, and I believe Broken Shot will also have something similar. He has a Facebook, I believe. So, well, I wouldn't know. I don't follow you. But I think with that, though, I'm going to end before I say something that will stick my foot in it. And with that, I bid you adieu.
Yeah, goodbye, guys.